Well, Billy, I know you're at a little disadvantage. I have seen some of your show, which is wonderful. I don't know if anyone else has. And it deals directly almost with like the old comedy versus the new comedy, because it's about a version of yourself doing a show with a version of Josh Gad, and then the conflict that comes, and some of it is personal, but a lot of it is like, you know, you're like, that's not the way you tell a joke. And he's like more, you know, being more non sequitur humor, like from the internet or whatever. And,
Right.
and your character is
The
more
ironic,
traditional. So is
comedy.
that, how did that show come into being?
I first of all was not looking to do anything at the point. I was about to go back on the Broadway, and I had written a book, and I was very content. And then the Swedish company sent me this show that they had produced in Sweden. And with all due respect to the country, I don't think of that place as the comic foundry.
Well, now, but we've got that show from
You know, it's
Amy
dark.
Poehler's
It's
brother.
dark there at noon, and then they drink. And I think Bergman and Death playing chess with a dog or something. And they did, I think, 10 or 12 of them. They sent me 8, and I said, just think about this. We'd love to do this. And the concept was just so easy and right. A veteran comedian team with a younger guy to do a late night sketch show. They don't think they need each other, but they do. And they sort of resent each other for needing each other. And my guy has a definite point of view about comedy, and so does his. And so we butt heads, but we also have a live show that we do. It's very much like a two-handed Larry Sanders show, which is still one of the great shows of all time. And so to me, I said, within the first 5 minutes, I said, I could do this and be very happy doing this. But then the decision was, I have to play myself. I didn't want to play Bobby Goldman. You know, so Josh and I said, we should play ourselves, because that's what's going to make it really dangerous. Because we'll have to poke fun at ourselves. We'll have to, you know, take jabs at our own persona, our own work, our own, what people think of each other, you know, and of us. And that made it really fresh, was to take those chances of joking about myself, which I never do in life. But I just thought it was like great, and it's proved to be a really wonderful creative experience. It's very freeing that way, but a high wire, because you have to go, well, you know, when you get the script, and I wrote a lot with them, but still you get stuff that talks about you personally or something that you've done, and you go, that's a little too far. Is this what they really think about me? You know, so but it makes the show kind of edgy and good that way.
Is it a lot of it ad-libbed? It seems that way.
Well, the scripts are really solid, but we did improvise a lot. You know, when you're working with Larry Charles, directed 9 of the 13, and the other directors were all very fluid and fluent in improvisation. And because there's no film anymore, you don't have to say cut. It's, you know, it's not like expensive. You don't have to reload. You just keep going. And we have a brilliant cast. There's really 5 of us, and they're all, you know, veterans of Second City and so on and so forth. So I think the acting, we really strove to look like we're just saying it. And then there are moments that were kind of great, because we just kept going.
And have there been moments where it has gotten a little too close to like reality?
Yeah, I don't know how many of you've seen, but it'll get, which I love. There's an awkwardness about the show that I love, and a lot of the funniest moments when we don't say anything. It's reactions. You know, I love to react. I mean, Danny and I did a movie 29 years ago, Throw On From the Train, where we just had a great time where we don't have to say anything, and we loved that because we were schooled in working in our early days in television with great comedy forces, whether it be Jim Brooks or you know, just being around the cast of Taxi. You know, it's a certain way and style of working. So, yeah, I think that it just proves to get, as we go on, there'll be times where Josh and I would say, you know, I do love you. You know, this is the other me saying this to you. And the finale, the last 2 episodes particularly get really edgy and very uncomfortable, but in a great way.